So the New York Football Giants have not won a division title since 2009. They have had
Ew.
some mixed
Ugh.
results. We'll put it that way. They had a
Ugh.
terrible year last year, and they landed what a lot of people consider to be the most talented player in the draft in Abdul Carter. So, what are our thoughts on the outlook for the G-men this year?
You want to know, man? I think that I listen. First and foremost, I think that Dable is a much better coach than we give him credit for. Anybody that can make the playoffs with Saquon Barkley as the only competent football player on your offense, you're a pretty damn good coach, in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else. Um, the thing is, I think Abdul Carter. I think he's is the most talented player that was in this draft. I think that if you go back and look at the bowl game against Notre Dame, it's pretty obvious. I'm a Notre Dame fan. He was throwing us around like some bitches. That's what he
Mm-hmm.
was doing, and he wasn't even 100% in the bowl game. He wasn't even healthy. So when you land him, and then you see, you pair him with Thibodeau, you pair him with Brian Burns. You're talking about that NASCAR package is back. If
Yep.
you remember NASCAR with JPP and all those,
Oh
you
yeah.
remember. We remember.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to bring here. They're trying to bring back that style of fuck up the quarterback defense that ultimately helps everyone. Love the Javon Holland signing. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a top 5 safety in the league. Obviously getting paid like one now. Um, and I think that Jackson Dart will ultimately be the starting quarterback sooner than later. I think that the Giants, their ceiling to me is and this is the highest of all the ceilings that they could possibly have, is like maybe 9 wins. I really do think I think that their defense is going to be so good that their offense, barring them turning it over at some insane rate, they should be in every football game this year. You look at the schedule, I think the defense can keep them in a lot of games. It's going to be about Dable and the progression of that offense based on who is under center. That's going to ultimately determine the season. And again, if Dable can get competent quarterback play from Tommy DeVito and Daniel Jones in spots, I can't see it being much worse than we've seen in past seasons. You know what I mean? So I have to believe that the Giants are going to bounce back. I think this, like I said, we were high on this entire division, but I think the Giants are, we're going to see what Dable is made of. This is for the money for him.
I think so too. I actually think that Dable is one of the more underrated head coaches in the NFL. And I think that there's a reason why the Giants have stuck with him even through a couple bleh seasons. Totally agree with you on Abdul Carter. Kid is a freak, and love to see what he can do in that defense.